Hello, guys. So, this is my review of Star Trek Infinite. I believe that the game is very nice. I've played Stellaris for many hours, and I believe that Star Trek Infinite is just the next logical step in terms of the Stellaris model that we have. So the gameplay is very similar to Stellaris. The economy is very similar. The combat is very similar. There are some welcome additions from other games like Hearts of Iron 4 and um, uh, Europa Universalis with the tradition trees, the mission trees. Officers are a resource in this game. It's a great. These are great additions. They give the game a degree of depth. Um, the game is expertly made. It doesn't seem like a cheap game. I was surprised at the size of the game in particular, in the sense it was 15 gigabytes. I thought the game would be a lot smaller. But the developers, despite being a small team, they have clearly shown themselves to have the chops to make a game of this caliber. If they had a team that was 300, or something like 500, like Starfield, who knows what they may have accomplished, what more they could have done. But we have this game now, and I believe it is a great addition to the Star Trek gaming universe that we have. The reason that, for many years, Star Trek has lacked video games of all kinds since roughly 2003. And it has been of quite disappointment because Star Trek is one of those type of franchises that you can have a great video game experience. Um, Unfortunately, companies and corporations were getting in the way, essentially preventing games from being made. Now we're starting to see more video games being made in the start with the Star Trek license. Even though the franchise right now, in my opinion, the quality of the series and the movies are definitely not up to par, but I believe that Star Trek Infinite is definitely up to par in terms of quality. Um, I believe that I recommend it to people who love strategy games, who love grand strategy games. I believe that there is a great foundation here for even more content, even more additions. And I believe that developers have something, they have a great gold mine here that they could use in order to give us more content and make the game flesh out the game even more. And even give Stellaris some ideas. I still love Stellaris, but I would love to see more. I would love them to take some ideas from this game. So I believe that this game is well worth the money. Um, so I would recommend it to people who love playing strategy games. I believe people who are generally not interested in those type of games, I would say that just give the game a try. Um, these type of games can be kind of hard to get into. I mean, we have seen the basics being covered on YouTube by A-Spec and Monty's Play. This is not a simple game. It's simpler than others, but it's not easy. It can be overwhelming, but I believe it's well worth the money, and I recommend that you go and make a purchase because I think it's well worth the money.